Maria was one voice, but she was not alone.
Okay.
It wasn't as people always tend to present this issue as if it were kind of science versus religion, or us versus them, or Indians versus archaeologists. And I think that from the beginning, it was a continuum of opinion about things, and people were willing to learn. And Maria was the person who became one of the first teachers. And I think when I think of Maria, I think more of her as a very patient teacher than as a political activist. Certainly, she was a political activist, but I think that what she had in mind was something that was much more far-reaching, and that was across time. And she's the one who first really taught people what the whole thing meant and the importance of it. So I think that I would say she's more of a teacher than a politician, more of a teacher than an activist, a person who really cared and then translated that into the lessons to be taught to people. Like she said some things like she was so patient. I remember when she was always kind of paired with this very rabid anti-reburial archaeologist. His name was Clement Meehan. He was at UCLA, and he died. And I was talking to Maria about Clem and some things, and she said, I said, you always treated Clem pretty well. You didn't get on his case. And she said, well, he was an elder, and he should have been respected. And she said, I'm an elder, and I respect other elders. So she said, I wanted to do that. She said, my worry for him is that in the afterlife, he's going to have a lot of questions to answer to the native people who passed on. And she said, I worry about him. I thought, wow, that's really an interesting thing for somebody to say. A person that she could have been outrageously angry about, but never was. And I think that's the mark of a good teacher. Very patient, trying to understand where the burden's coming from, and trying to find ways to educate them about what they're thinking that's incorrect, and give them a way to straighten it out. Of course, some of us never learn, but...
Okay, so that's my last question, but I was also kind of wondering, because this is a website, you can get access to it online, so I was wondering if I could send it to you kind of once it was more complete, just so you could look over it.
I'd love to see it.
Okay.
That'd be great. Yeah. I'm really glad that you're honoring Maria by telling her story.
Yeah.
And it's been told a few times, but I think it's really important. Did you see the Bones of Contention video?
I don't think so.
Oh, you need to see that.
Okay.
It was done by BBC Television for a program called Horizons. Where are you actually located?
I'm in Council Bluffs.
Council Bluffs. It's not easily available, but I think maybe I can get it and maybe put it online for you somehow, but I don't know.
Okay.
There's a transcript of it available online, but the story kind of became about Maria, and you can see her there, see her in action, to see her working with some archaeologists from the State Highway Department, and working on a project down in southeast Iowa, down in Loiza County, and where they actually diverted a road around a big cemetery. And she was working with a guy named Harry Budd at the Department of Transportation, and an archaeologist named Dale Henning on that. I did it very briefly. The BBC was in my office for about a whole day, and they used about 16 seconds. So, but Maria became kind of the focal point of the whole video because she was so interesting to them. If you could see that, that would be so good. I'll see if I can find a way for you to see that.
Okay.
I know I have your teacher. Is it Deborah Masker? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I have her email. I don't think I have yours. Do you have my email address?
1 sec. I'll look really quickly. No, I do not.
Okay. It's parts of both my first and last name. So it's LAR.
Okay.